Well, good morning. Well, I'm back in Ontario now, which is part of Canada. And the marina I'm at is Port Whitby Marina. Great marina. Very well maintained docks. It's actually run by the city. So yeah, they have great docks and great Wi-Fi, water, electricity. I got a 30 amp service here, so it's a reasonable price for the summer season, 6 month season. So I'm going to keep the boat here, and I have some other friends here that are at the marina as well. So I'm under quarantine. I have to do a 14-day quarantine. So I think I have 10 days left, something like that. Yeah, I got to keep count on that. So I have to do a 14-day quarantine, which kind of sucks because I really need to get out and do some walking. My back is still suffering from when I was preparing the boat to ship from Annapolis to Rochester. I threw my back out. Anyways, at least I can walk, but I like to get out and do a little bit of more walking to stretch it out. So at in Whitby, where this marina is, there's actually a park right behind me, and there's lots of places to walk around the waterfront. There's trails and whatnot, and I do have two bicycles that I have on board. Hardly used either one of them in all of the 2 years that I've had them. You know, the little fold-up bikes. So I would say don't bring your bicycles. It's a waste. They just got a bit rusted, so not a good thing to be having on board. Anyways, more weight. Actually, we took so much stuff on the boat that we didn't use. We didn't use 90% of the stuff that we took. So, oh well. Some things you just don't want to part with. So we have them now. We move back on land, which my Tay wants to go back to land, especially for wintertime. Winters here on a boat are horrific. The moisture in the boat must be insane, so can't deal with it. It's like living in a cave. So yeah, I've been trying to clean up the boat a little bit. I still haven't put the boat together actually since shipping it by land. I still have some stanchions and some lifelines to fix up. And the deck needs a good scrubbing, and I have a few little gel coat repairs to do on the deck. Luckily I have all that stuff here, so I don't need to ship anything in. And the temperatures have been very comfortable in the evening. It cools off at night, so great for sleeping. And in the morning I usually put the heater on. I have a diesel heater, and it just warms up the salon for maybe 45 minutes or whatever, and it's very comfortable. So I've been down below drinking coffee already, and I've had a few people come over and visit me, from the dock, so they haven't gone on board, and just to say hello, some old friends, which has been great. And had a few people offer me a way to get groceries if I needed anything. So there's a grocery store walking distance, maybe a quarter mile away from here. But it'll come in handy once I've done the quarantine. And I've already had the government call me once to check up on me to see if I was at home. I said, yes, I'm on my boat. I'm doing my quarantine from my boat. All right, Mr. Murray. And so I asked them, well, what about my wife? She's coming back from Cuba in August. Can she stay on the boat, and do I have to quarantine again? They said no, as long as you keep 6 feet of distance from her. All right. So that's how that's going to work. I mean, we have 3 cabins, so I guess legally we're allowed to, she's allowed to quarantine without me re-quarantining. Anyways, the way things are, you should be wearing your mask, and you still have to do your social distancing. So, I mean, I'm hoping she's going to be fine when she gets back. She's been getting along pretty good in Cuba, and she has a couple of N95 masks, so she's going to be wearing an N95 mask on the plane ride home. That is for sure. That is a must. I would not be wearing a cloth mask on an airplane. Forget that. Don't do it. You need a medical grade mask. There's so many people that have this virus, or potentially could have the virus, and you don't want to be breathing the same air on an airplane, bus, whatever. Just don't do it. Cloth masks are absolutely useless for you. So, anyways, what else is going on? I'm waiting for a shipbuilder to come over and look at the hull. I scratched the hull in, well, a couple little places here. It's not that I'm such a bad docker, but just stuff happens. Anyways, with this all grip, it's a blue all grip, and it's faded now. So any little scratch, you can see it. It goes past the gel coat into the hull, which is white, so you can see it. He's gonna look at it and give me a quote and take it from there. I have seen some YouTube videos of people repairing that and buffing, like repainting it and buffing it out. But they say that all grip can't be buffed and waxed and stuff, but people do it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Blue is the worst to touch up, apparently. So don't paint your boat with all grip. That's what I would say. Unless the gel coat's like, from the 60s and 70s, then maybe you don't really have a choice. You have to paint your boat. There's no alternative. You just can't. Some of the gel coat gets so porous that there's nothing you can do with it. You can't buff. I don't know. It's just porous. You can't wax it. Or I guess you would say compound it and then get a nice finish out of it. It's just not possible. So yeah, the weather's been pretty awesome here in Canada, I must say, and I'm looking forward to getting back on land and enjoying some of the restaurants around here. Although I don't have a car. I don't even have a driver's license. My driver's license, I lost that in Bahamas. I was at a restaurant and it fell out of my wallet and down into the ocean. Like, it's one of these restaurants that has a floor with cracks in it. And what do you know? Open my wallet to pay the bill, freaking driver's license fell through the floor. And I wasn't about to start swimming around underneath the restaurant to get that driver's license. But I haven't needed it in the last, less than 2 years. Just under 2 years. But now, when my Tay gets back, I'm gonna have to pick her up in a rental car or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna need, I'll need a vehicle. So I've got to get my driver's license back and reinstate our healthcare, Ontario healthcare plan is something that is important to us. Not that we're unhealthy right now, but you need to go and get a checkup once in a while. Anyways, I've been rambling way too long now. Just wanted to give you an update and let you know where I am.